How's it going, everybody? This is Beat the Bush. This is the ZeroHero entry-level electric coffee grinder. It has 30 different settings, magnetic top, coffee grind cup at the bottom, 6-star conical burr blades. Let me unbox this, grind some beans, and give it a taste test. QC card, instruction booklet. Taking a look all the way around. Electronic coffee grinder. Espresso is grind size 1 to 2. Pour over 4 to 5. This little sticker comes off. Magnetic lid on the top, and there's a clear plastic window. Put the cover back on. There's slight play before it clicks from the socket underneath the lid. The dial goes from 0 to 10. We're at the minimum. We can click it once, 2, 3 times to setting 1. So if espresso is 1 to 2, we can change it from 1, 2, 3, 4 different settings for espressos, and between the numbers 4 and 5 for pour overs, there's 4 discrete settings. You have one single button and a light, and on the other side there's a USB-C port here. Internally there's a 7.4 volt 800 milliamp battery. It charges via 5 volt 1 amp. 25 grams of coffee beans max. Comes with a carrying pouch. This is like a black denim. The carrying case has 2 sides to it, so you can put your grinder on one side and some accessories on the other. This will prevent any of the tools stored inside from scratching your grinder. Comes with a hex wrench and a short USB-C cable. There's also a little cleaning brush. The box says it's coming from a brand that won the IF Design Award or Red Dot Design Award. It does not specifically says is this particular product, but the company won that award. After you do the grinding, we can twist this open. This will be your coffee cup. Open this up with this hex wrench. Let's take a look inside. This is a stainless steel piece. The design on the little dots is interesting because it's not actually being used anywhere. Normally you would have ball bearings that would go in there that allows you to manually click it part of a turn every click. This is a 6-point burr grinder, and here are the corresponding burrs on the outer edge. Let's go inside the grinder. Turning the grinder on. If you grind 15 grams each time, it'll last between 20 and 30 times. That's around 300 to 450 grams total. Today's coffee of choice would be Keynote from Chromatic Coffee. I highly recommend to get some coffee within 1 month of roasting. This is probably the most important thing to do for high quality coffee. First, let's get the cup from the bottom. This is a ZeroHero scale. Measure out 16 grams. Remove the lid. Quickly flip the cup onto the coffee grinder. Replace the bottom cup. I'm making an espresso, so I'm gonna set it somewhere in between 1 and 2. Let's call it 1.33. We'll time how long it takes to grind, double click it. 45 seconds in. There you go, about 2 minutes. Let's see the results here. Put our grinds in. Not much got stuck to the cup. Very good, it stayed at 16 grams, less than 0.1 grams lost. There's a little bit more here. Let's brush that in there. The consistency looks okay, but we'll have to see how it pulls a shot. Let's brew. Look at that crema. Put my coffee in here. I like to add 1 teaspoon of sugar. Let it melt in there. Break up the larger foam. The grind was a little bit fine, so it had a hard time extracting and getting enough water to come out. I just brewed it a little bit longer because it's about the volume of water that passes through the bean. Let's give it a try. A little bit bitter. Whenever I try a new grinder, it actually takes me 2 or 3 tries before I can finally dial it in. But this is certainly very good for a first try. Let me try it again tomorrow by making the grinds 1 click bigger. 16 grams, coffee in. I've set it to 1.6, double press the grind. At 70 to 75 dB, you're gonna have to raise your voice a little bit to talk over it. This is the 1.6 grind, the resulting tamp. Pretty good at 10 seconds. 5 grams out. 10 grams out at 16 seconds. Looks like I need to extend it just slightly. 25 seconds coming up, extend it. One 1000, two 1000. Just 2 seconds over and I got 32 grams from 16 grams of coffee. This is a really good result. So I like this setting. 1.6 is perfect. Here's a look at it. What I did here with this machine is probably the best that this grinder can do. So let's taste what it does. I'm tasting a little bit more of the caramel and fudge, slight hint of sourness. Considering the taste output of this machine, I'd say you would be happy with it if you're somewhere between a novice coffee grinder, you're just at the beginning of your coffee journey, all the way up to intermediate. I think by the time you drink a lot and you get a little bit more and more picky, you might actually grow out of this. There's only 4 settings for espresso compared to what I'm used to, maybe like 10 or 15 different clicks. This is more of a convenience if you don't want to grind your own at all and you don't want to buy a more expensive full-size grinder. If you guys are interested in this ZeroHero coffee grinder, check out my affiliate link down in the video description below. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time.